One of the fundamental principles of any presentation in any context is to know your audience. Depending on who your audience is and why you're pitching to them, you will likely need to vary your pitch somewhat. Technical audiences want technical information. Finance audiences want to know how the numbers add up. You get the picture. A mistake we often make is assuming that our audience is also a specialist in our field of expertise. We throw in jargon and technical knowledge that goes completely over their heads, as was the case in the pitch of Zunaid Pillay from Master Consulting Services. Zunaid delivered a highly technical pitch. Even during the questions and answers, he kept coming back to this idea of kilowatts and megawatts, and all the while, the judges' faces clearly showed they were drawing a blank on these terms. Zunaid also used a tone of voice that felt forced rather than conversational, which is what prompted Alon to ask him to just speak. No notes, no reading, no memorization, just talk. Now, we all know that the energy crisis represents a massive opportunity. But if you are in a technical field like Zunaid, you need to bring this to your audience's frame of reference. Let's listen to Monique from Nedbank commenting on how he was just too technical to understand.
Yeah, your thoughts?
Yeah, there have been some really exciting breakthroughs in terms of renewable energy. So I think the sector that he's in is an important one. He's clearly a technical specialist and not necessarily an entrepreneur. So he needs to get to the point where he understands his business, because we've asked it a couple of times, what do you need? He talks in megawatts, he doesn't talk in rands. It's like how much does that actually convert to? What does it mean?
Yeah.
The fact that he's already with the city of Cape Town, the fact that he's in the schools, the fact that he's in houses, there's something there. But he needs to be a business owner. He's a technical specialist at the moment.
So today's pitching principle is pitch to the people. Talk to them in terms that they understand. In this case, investors want to hear about the money-making or scaling potential, most often communicated in rands and cents. Equate it to things they can easily generalize and relate to their own lives. Make it easy to understand, and your audience will be eating out of your hand.